Buddhakshana, seeing nibbana in the moment. Jnana are called as Trividya. These three kind of insights are required to attain nibbana. Without these three insights, no one could attain nibbana. This is where the key lies. Within all Dhamma, this is where the key is. It is said, is where the key is. It is said that during attainment of the truth, Lord Buddha got the insight of three Dhammas, three bhumis in the thought. The three bhumi is three aspects of a thought known as Kamma bhumi, Rupa bhumi and Arupa bhumi. Any thought has these three aspects. To explain these three aspects, the book explains here. When we see the book, automatically a sense of value comes in. It is the Kamma bhumi. It has a form and colors. Then the sense of an existing thing comes. This is the Rupa bhumi. When we have a sense of existing things, automatically a sense of see. In other words, Atmiya Bhava comes. This is the Arupa bhumi. The moment we have a sense of existing things outside, simultaneously the sense Atmiya bhumi also arises. This aspect is very difficult to grasp by the human intellect. Here in this thought called book, we have all three except this insight can be gained through Pubbenivasanussati jnana. It is only light falls onto eye. Eye is like a camera. When light falls onto retainer, it simply forms an image. This light falls onto the eye at very high speed. In other words, we call this as light sparks. In Abhidhamma, we teach that there will be millions of chittakshana. When a single object is seen, the eye gets light sparks at very high speed. This high speed of sparks naturally generates a sense of existing objects. Here the eye means the seen aspect due to incoming light, and not to be confused with the seeming flesh eyes. Only reflected light come into the eye and sparks. Not any objects like books, walls, flowers, etc. come into the eye. The same process happens to ear as well. When sound waves fall onto ear drum, it creates vibrations, a sensation. This also happens at a very high speed. Similarly, all five senses spark at very high speed. When the little child is told the word mother, he naturally binds the word mother with the form. This is to say, colors and sounds are bound together, forming an apparent object, mother. This is where the child begins to identify apparent mother for the first time. Similarly, with the same process of binding colors and sounds, all objective word is created. In a phone call, if one says a rose flower, the other end creates a rose flower. Upon hearing the mere words, only sound came in, but it created an object, a rupa. Rose flower at the other end. How can a sound have form a rupa? How can a word create objects or an actual experience? Require this process. Question this. Then one can experientially grasp how colors and sounds bind together and create apparent objects or mental image. The sound or a word is merely a description or a label about some apparent thing which is not real. This can easily delude you. This is the magic of Vijnana. Lord Buddha says, Bhikkhu, birth of an eye is the birth. Here the eye means the seen aspect and should not get confused with the apparent fresh eye. Lord Buddha never means the birth to be the birth from mother's word. He placed the birth to be the birth of six senses. That is why Lord Buddha said, Salayatana loko loko. Let us see how this happens. A child is born here and he is taken to America. Soon after his conversation, both to adopt by someone. There the sounds are different and even forms and colors are different from his original place of birth in Sri Lanka. If that child is taken to China, the sounds are completely different. Even the colors and forms. If this child is in America till his conventional death, he calls mother to that color and form. The child is born somewhere and now adopted in America, calling to someone else as his mother. Who is his real mother? Where his mother is born? His mother is born thought his eye and ear. That is to say, born through seeing and hearing process. Throughout his whole life, he calls mother to this color and form. What is the reality? When sounds and colors bind together, a sense of existing thing is created. For example, book exists, mother exists, sun exists, moon exists. Here the sound and color are born together. If we are in China, there are different sounds to describe those. We have been taught alphabet A, B, C in the school. Even today, sparking happens when we hear such sound A, B, C. The moment we have a sense of existing things, we have bhavaya, and then all jati, jara, marana, soka, parideva, etc. Due to ignorance, that child in America makes sounds and colors as existing things and lives. There is bhavaya for him. Same is who is in China. This is the process happening throughout. However, the truth is there is no safe or individual at all. Nicham, Anicham Bante. I Nichang Anichangwa. Buddha asking monks. Monk answer that Anicham Bante. There are only sound and colors. There are no eyes, ears, etc. All come into existence by binding the colors and sounds together. That is why we say there is no such thing as we perceive like books, walls, moon, sun, etc. All are mental creations. In other words, mental projections. If we mistake apparent things as real existing things, then it is the bhava. If there are existing things, simultaneously I also there. This happens due to the sparking speed of sensory contact. This is the seeming appearance only. If we grasp this pointing that there are no real existing things outside, it's all just seeming appearance, then sense of self disappears. That is to say, sense of thou and thouship disappears. It is merely a system in operation without any thou. Then it is said that anatma dhamma is understood. Then the truth is seen at the moment and be at tranquility and supreme peace. Then transcended the birth and death. At this state, there are no nimittas. It is animitta. It is sunyata, emptiness. This is not the blankness, but knowing emptiness. It is supreme peace and tranquility. Our society has missed out the Buddha's core message without clearly understanding the Buddhist philosophy, seeing the nature of thought or mind will not happen. Seeing the process that is happiness happening moment to moment is the seen nature of thoughts of mind. What you need to see in the thought is this process occurring. This is the Dhamma, the truth, the reality. Without such great insight, no one can grasp the thought process. Then what should be the contemplation to be done at this moment? In other words, the yoniso manasikara, it should be the seeing this great inside of the process happening right now. Moment to moment, yes. This is the way to nibbana. This is to say, seeing the truth behind thought and attain freedom from thought. In other words, this is called seeing the appearance and disappearance of skandha. From skandha we take genie things as existing things. If one sees there are no real things, just seeming appearance only, then there is no self or bhava. The one who sees without bhava is called a Buddhist. Until such time one sees this truth, no one can call a Buddhist. That is, the one who sees existing world real is not called a Buddhist. They are caught up in duality, sense and merit, hell and heaven. Major Madhya Sutra shows that if there are real existing things, it follows to extremes here and there, etc. This is duality. If no things, then no extremes of duality. Then there is no place for Vijnana to dwell. Lord Buddha preached the middle way, Madhyama Pratipadawa. Yes, Buddha said. This really means he preached the unreality of seeming world, being free from two ends, existent or non-existent. Buddothpado Sutra does not tell us to do meditation. Meditation is not the Buddhist philosophy. Lord Buddha meditated with 5 exercises each. However, after finding out that there is no liberation with this kind of meditation, he dropped it. These 5 exercises did meditation with the perception of an existing self. This type of meditation will not lead to the truth. Their teaching did not have a way out of suffering and way out of samsara. That is why Lord Buddha left them. After that, he investigated and found out by himself how the apparent mind is formed and operates. Searching the truth means investigating and finding out how the seeming mind comes into existence and operates. It is only the truth, thoughts, or the mind creates all suffering and so-called samsara to all. As long as we do not investigate and mind or the thought and find out the truth, we born to say, super. This is inevitable. Lord Buddha saw how the seeing mind operates, how and from where this suffering comes, how the Vijnana deludes all. It's only the thoughts create all, have all, and suffering. If one sees the truth behind thoughts of mind, this delusion vanishes. The Vijnana Maya no longer delude you. The so-called magician. Vijnana cannot survive. Then there is no magic at all. This is the liberation. This is the nibbana. This is knowing the truth. Therwan Saranai.